Zakat, strengthening faith through generosity and charity. Zakat is a religious Muslim ritual in Islam, which consists in the deduction by a wealthy Muslim every year of 1/40th of his property in favor of the poor. The payment of zakat is compulsory for those who fulfill certain conditions. Zakat is prescribed for those who are 1. Muslim, 2. Reasonable, 3. Of legal age, 4. Free, 5. Wealthy. Must possess property or money in the amount of nisab, excluding debts and necessities. The conditions for property or money from which zakat is paid are: a. Attainment of the amount of nisab, i.e. approximately 80 grams of gold. Possession of this property for a whole lunar year. The property must be increasing. Nisab, measure of wealth in Islam. Nisab is a measure of wealth established by religion. According to the religious law, the Sharia, a wealthy person is one who possesses property or money in the amount of nisab, not counting debts and necessities. In order to give zakat al-fitr or perform sacrifice, 2. One must at least possess a nisab of property or money. But it is not required to possess the property for a whole year, and it is not required that the property should be increasing. Payment of zakat. To whom is zakat paid in Islam? Zakat is paid to 1. The poor, fakir, are those who are not considered rich in terms of religion, who have property less than nisab. 2. The indigent, miskin, are those who have nothing. 3. The debtors. 4. Travelers who are left without the means to return to their country, even if they have property in their country that is more than nisab, they are given such zakat to enable them to reach their country. 5. Those who are in the way of Allah are those who are left without means in the way of Allah, jihad or hajj, and those who are on the path of acquiring knowledge. Issuing zakat in Islam. Zakat is given in the following sequence. 1. To siblings, then to their children. Uncle, aunt, on the father's side, uncle, aunt, on the mother's side. Other relatives. Neighbors. The poor of their neighborhood. The poor of the city. Important, it is better to pay zakat to the materially needy than to those who will squander the money on sins. Zakat is not paid to father and mother, grandfather and grandmother. To a son and daughter and all their descendants. The wealthy. Non-Muslims. Husband or wife. Property from which deductions are made. 1. Gold, minimum 80.18 grams or more, 1/40th part. 2. Silver, minimum 561 grams or more, 1/40th part. 3. Money, minimum of the size of the nisab or more, 1/40th part. The nisab of money is calculated according to the nisab of gold. i.e. the amount of money should be equivalent to 80 grams of gold. 4. Items of trade, a minimum of the nisab of money or more. A 1/40th part is deducted from the value of any goods. 5. Nisab of sheep and goats, for 40 head, 1 sheep or 1 goat. 6. Nisab from cows and buffaloes, for 30 head, 1-year-old calf is given. 7. Nisab from camels, for 5 heads of camels 1 sheep or 1 goat is given. Zakat, size of zakat. Important. As the heads of livestock increase, the size of zakat changes. Zakat from grain crops is different. From the above-mentioned types of property one can pay zakat either in goods or in money. The condition for the correct payment of zakat is the intention. When a rich man gives zakat to a poor Muslim, he must have the intention in his heart, and it is not necessary to say it aloud. Property not subject to zakat. Here are some of them: houses in which one lives, household goods, clothing and footwear, means of transportation, books not meant for trade, tools of the artisan, necessary food, jewelry made of diamond or emerald, etc., which are not meant for sale except gold and silver. Alms al-Fitr in Islam. Giving Zakat al-Fitr is wajib for a Muslim who is debt-free and has sufficient nisab, not counting the necessities of life. Zakat al-Fitr is wajib. It does not require the possession of property for a year to pay it, nor does it require the property to be increasing. Wealthy Muslims, by giving al-Fitr alms, make poor Muslims happy on the feast day. In this way, they both pay off debts and receive jawab. The payment of al-Fitr contributes to the acceptance of the believer's fast and salvation from painful death and punishment in the grave. Al-Fitr is distributed during Ramadan. The best time to pay al-Fitr is on the day of Ramadan Bayram, before the festive namaz. It is also possible to give it throughout the day of this holiday. It is wajib for a wealthy Muslim to give zakat for himself and for his children who are under age. It is customary to give a certain amount of one of the following products as zakat al-Fitr. 1. Wheat, 1,460 grams. 2. Oats, 2,920 grams. 3. Raisins, 2,920 grams. 4. Dates, 2,920 grams. This is paid both in the form of food and in cash. It is better to give from it that which will be of great benefit to the needy person. One al-Fitr is not divided, but is given in full to one person only. It is permissible to give more than one al-Fitr to one poor person. Al-Fitr is given with intention, but one should not tell the poor person that it is al-Fitr. Al-Fitr is paid to the same people to whom zakat is paid. Muslims who did not fast in the month of Ramadan for a valid reason and have property or money in the amount of nisab should also pay al-Fitr.